Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I started a fantasy draft with some random people, and my user to look out will be Mac and Cheese Jones, because I'm a Patriots fan and Mac Jones, so Mac and Cheese Jones. So yeah, let's get right into the team. I'm gonna tell you all the players I have, all the people benched I have, some trades I'm thinking of doing, and every week I'll update you guys on the fantasy game. I'm gonna go over every single player and how they did well, their stats, their points, and how well they did, and let's see if we won or lost. So yeah, let's get right into it. We are Mac and Cheese Jones, so we're gonna go to our team, and the first player we have is
huge position to be in. It's going to get very terse in that building.
Mahomes down the field, yes, and he's up and in, bouncing off the ground. It was ruled a touchdown, and now a chance to tie it with the 2. Mahomes looking, connecting, 54 seconds. Here we go, Tony. 3rd and 20. Open field. And he's got it first.
You tell me. They're all up around the line of scrimmage.
Patrick Mahomes. And so I used my first pick, which was the 3rd overall pick. I used it on Patrick Mahomes because I'm not that huge of a fan of Patrick Mahomes, but he does give fantasy owners really good points, and he is a really good player, and yeah. So that is pretty much all about you can say about Patrick Mahomes. And Patrick Mahomes is a standout quarterback. He's got a lot of weapons like Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, maybe Cole Hardman, I think, still is there. He's got a lot of weapons, and the Kansas City Chiefs may have a blast-out season again, and Mahomes will average like 20 points a game, so that can really help our fantasy team for this season. And yeah, so let's get right into the next player.
2nd down and goal. Mixon out of the backfield, has some daylight, hurdles to the end zone, in for the score, and he took a lick from Miles Jack, but he hung on. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Up next, we have Joe Mixon, a running back that I took with my 2nd pick. So Joe Mixon is a player that I like a lot. Joe Mixon can run the ball really well. He's got real great speed. He can run past almost anyone. He is a really good running back. He can dodge tacklers. He can run the ball really fast. And especially when the Bengals are a good running team. The only conflict was there's no good offensive line, and that was the risk I took, and I wanted to take it because there was no other good running back available, and then I'll be stuck with terrible running backs. So I had to take a chance on Joe Mixon, and yeah. Let's go ahead and move on to the 3rd.
Handoff here to Robinson for the touchdown.
Next up, for our 2nd running back, we have James Robinson, someone that I think that he can help out a lot if Joe Mixon struggles this year, and maybe I can even trade Joe Mixon and probably get a good running back off waivers. So yeah, pretty much. James Robinson is a really good running back, and yeah, so I'm pretty sure he will probably start, even though he doesn't have a good starting percentage. But Travis Etienne is, I don't know why they drafted him, but James Robinson is a great running back, and yeah, so let's move on to the next player, and right as soon as I'm done with this. So James Robinson is a really good running back. He's got good speed. He's got good agility. He's got good awareness. This guy literally can't stop. He just ran for 1,000 yards. He's an undrafted second-year player. And yeah, I hope he balls out again. And I didn't have him on. I forgot to draft him on my fantasy last year because no one knew who James Robinson even was. So yeah, hopefully he does well this year. And yeah, let's move on to the next.
Toss to Godwin. He's got the first down, and this game's over. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tom Brady are going to Super Bowl 55.
Up next, we have Chris Godwin, a wide receiver from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I used on my first wide receiver pick. No, my second wide receiver pick. And Chris Godwin is a really, really good wide receiver. As you can see in his 2020 stats, he got a lot of fantasy points. Some games he was injured, but he got a whole lot of points. And especially in Atlanta, he got 30 points, so that is really, really good. So he's going to face Atlanta twice, and he destroyed Atlanta in the first game. In Atlanta, he got 13 points, and then he got 30. So Chris Godwin can, like, near the championships, Chris Godwin can put up multiple points, as you can see here in the 2021 season. He'll be battling the Jets or the Panthers, some good team like that. Chris Godwin is a 1,000-yard wide receiver for the last 5-6 seasons. And his QB is Tom Brady, so yeah, that's all really I could say about Chris Godwin, and let's go ahead and move on to the next game.
I say right foot creep, oh, walking with that heater. Look around, stay low, make sure they don't see you. Catch them bad, walk down, face them with the heater. The devil under your feet, on your way.
Now for our second wide receiver, we have Justin Jefferson. This was the first wide receiver I picked in my fantasy draft. Justin Jefferson is a really good wide receiver. He was the 22nd overall pick the 23rd, I'm pretty sure, overall pick in the draft by the Minnesota Vikings. He was second place in the Offensive Rookie of the Year award. Justin Jefferson was a monster, and I project that he may have the most receptions with 98 this season. So I think Justin Jefferson will be a really good player, and he's pretty much the only good Vikings wide receiver besides Adam Thielen, and he's kind of regressing. So Justin Jefferson is the new franchise wide receiver, and I chose him because he's going to get a whole lot of points. He's going to help this team really well. And yeah, so that is all for Justin Jefferson. He also invented right foot creep, and I like how Justin Jefferson's play is, and I like how Kirk Cousins or Kellen Mond can deliver the ball really well to Justin Jefferson, and he can always run into the end zone and get a lot of points for the fantasy owners. So yeah, let's move on to the next candidate, our tight end.
Score pretty quickly with only 2 timeouts left. Trask going to the end zone. Pitts has got it. Touchdown, Florida. It's not over yet.
Brian Branch on the play, number 14. There's the match.
Up next, we have Kyle Pitts, tight end, Atlanta Falcons, which is our starting tight end. Yes, indeed, our starting tight end. And I drafted Kyle Pitts late in the 6th round, I'm pretty sure. So kind of early, but I mean, he was going to go off the board eventually. And the person next to me really wanted Kyle Pitts, and I needed a tight end, so I grabbed him before he could get it. And Kyle Pitts is a versatile weapon, a really good player. and I selected him, and he's gonna get a lot of points for us, but not maybe a whole lot. He has only 4.46 projected points in Philly. He's got no stats in 2020 because he's never played. He's a rookie. So I thought I may give it a shot just in case if he balls out like how Justin Jefferson did. And yeah, that's all I need to say about Kyle Pitts. And let's move on to our another wide receiver candidate.
Goff, end zone for Cooper Kupp. He has the catch, but he is in for a touchdown. That's the ruling. If he held on to that and kept his feet in, that was amazing.
Looks like his knee might have got down. Yep.
And crickets.
Up next, we have Cooper Kupp as our wide receiver for the from the Los Angeles Rams. I picked him late in the round because he's one of the best fantasy wide receivers out there, and I got him in a steal. And not really that much to say about Cooper Kupp other than he's a really good wide receiver, and he's going to be better with Matt Stafford as the quarterback instead of, Jared Goff. So, yeah, versus the Bears, he's projected 14 points, so that's going to help me in my first game, and he's a really good player. As you can see in the stats, if you go to the 2020 season, he had a whole lot of points. He got like 8 points, then 13, 25, 17, 11, 4. He had a bad game in San Francisco. 11, 22, 10, 25, 6, 15, 14, 8, 14, 0. And he was an amazing wide receiver. And yeah, so that's why I picked him. And let's move on to our kicker, and then we'll head to our defense.
53-yarder in 1970, the Lions were the team that lost. This is 61 yards. The longest kick Tucker's ever attempted in the NFL. On the way, drifting right, and it is.
Now we have Justin Tucker as our kicker. Justin Tucker is one of the best fantasy kickers ever. So that's why I kind of chose him, and there's nothing really else to say other than he's a really, 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 really good kicker, and he's my starting kicker for this year. And I'm gonna do my benching tomorrow because I can't do starting and benching or else the video would be too long and nobody would even watch it. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the defense and get done with this video.
Now they're soft here at the slot. Jones for Hilliman. On third down, ball comes out. Picked up by the Patriots, and Van Noy dives. And they mark him out.
Up next, and last but not least, I have my favorite team, the New England Patriots, and I have their defense. So lately, the New England Patriots have upgraded their pass rush, they've upgraded their corners, and now they are set. With the signings of Matthew Judon, Devon Gottschalk, Henry Anderson, and a lot of re-signings in J.C. Jackson on second-round tender, and Dante Hightower coming back from opt-out COVID, which is really huge. And the New England D-line is as good as in a long time. And yeah, so the New England Patriots are a really good defense. And that will conclude today's video, and I'll see you guys next time.